So me and Tent Boy, that's Tent Boy, we're just leaving the casino. It's called Turning Stone Casino. One of my Patreons actually took us out to dinner. We had a conversation, and it was really cool. Him, his wife, and his daughter. It was wicked cool. We got pizza and wings, and ironically, he has some storage centers, and he's gonna teach me all about them. But so that was very nice. We just left him. I said thank you, but you're probably gonna watch this video later, so thanks again. That was wicked cool. Nice people. Thanks for dinner. But here we are at Turning Stone Casino, and I don't feel comfortable that much talking in front of people. This is weird. I'm usually like at my warehouse or whatever. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to tell you why we actually don't like doing things here. It would be a lot of money, but there's a lot of nightmares with it. So I'm going to turn this off, and later tonight I'll finish the video and just say why I don't like renting to the Turning Stone Casino. So again, real quick, thank you to my Patron who took me out to dinner. He only lives like 45 minutes away from me, so it worked out. The other day I made a video inviting anyone who wants to, any Patreon who wants to come out and work. He may do that one day, I don't know. But he's always welcome to learn some things. And again, thank you for dinner. It was very nice meeting you. And the really interesting thing is he owns storage centers, and I made a video of my future plans that I want to do some storage centers. So this is real cool. I'm going to go out in the fall and check it out and, learn a whole bunch of stuff, hopefully. But anyways, why do I not do things at the Turning Stone Casino? Basically because everything gets lost. When we bring gold flatware, it gets lost. Lots of pieces get lost. I heard a horror story from someone else who dropped off like 200 pieces of every fork, knife, salad fork, spoon. All got lost because there's so many people that work there that things get moved around or whatever. They lost it all. And the Turning Stone was actually not the customer. It was someone who had rented it for their event at the Turning Stone. So the Turning Stone took no responsibility. So the customer's on the line for a ton of money for the gold flatware. We bring Shivari chairs. They get lost. Also, they have really, really, really tight time schedules. You have to deliver the chairs a little bit before the event and come the night after. Or not the night, yeah, when the party's over that same night to pick them up. There is a company currently that does do most of the stuff there because they are willing to work with the casino like crazy. Basically, I had a meeting with 9 people at the casino. It was a little intimidating, just me. I did dress up. They couldn't see my tattoos. I dyed my beard. I looked all spiffy. But there was this one guy there who was telling me that Taylor Rental will send employees out to set up the rooms, tear down the rooms, do a whole bunch of stuff, set up the outside, if they're getting married on the grounds, for no charge. And that Taylor Rental, I think, is an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So I don't believe that, number one. I think he was just trying to intimidate me and get me to say yes because he thinks I want to beg to be at the casino. So no, I'm not sending employees to set up chairs for free and tear down chairs for free and also move them around the property because if the white chairs are being used for this wedding over here at 3 o'clock, then Taylor Rental moves them for free to the other place and sets them all up. Again, I don't really think Taylor Rental does that. I think he was just trying to get me to say yes to that. Now, another thing he said is Taylor Rental leaves 26-foot box trucks because if they're using gold Shivari chairs up in one room one night and they're going to use them in another room, they only want to pay one rental fee, first of all, for both nights. And they want you to leave a truck or two so that they can be stored in there because they say they don't have anywhere to store them, which, is probably correct. Everything storage that they have is probably filled with things. So if you've got 200, 300 Shivari chairs, that takes up a lot of room. And I said, do they charge you? And they said, no. And I'm like, I can't leave you a box truck for a whole weekend. Unless you want to pay for it. Do you want to pay $200 to $300 a day for that box truck? Then maybe, yeah, I'll go rent a Penske for $60 a day and rent it to you for $300. And then the keys are left with them. And they move it around their property and all that stuff. And I'm sure that they're not insuring those trucks. So if one of their employees messes something up, then it's on the tent company's insurance. So all their demands were just ridiculous. So with things just getting lost all the time, super tight time frames, them wanting me to leave box trucks there for them to use and store things, and me send free labor to do things. I just don't want to do it there. They're too demanding. It's too crazy. Oh, and one last thing. They always call last second for things. And he's like, in the meeting, he's like, how do you handle last second things? I'm like, fine if we've got someone around the warehouse. But most of the times, we're out doing the things that have been prepared for. We don't just have some guy standing at the warehouse waiting. We do have an office guy who, when people call for pickups, he can do that. The people can come to the office and pick things up. But we don't really just have a guy just sitting there just waiting for someone to call for a random delivery. All those people are out in the field doing things. So after this meeting, they did call me a few times for literally last minute things. Do you have 1,000 plates you can deliver right now? No, they're not prepped. They're not ready to go. Ideally, they're supposed to be ready to go, but we get so many plates back that like we fall a little bit behind in washing. The dish guy needs help he needs to hire someone. Technically, I own a portion of the dishes and someone else does. I gave someone a portion of the dishes so that they can have responsibility with it and make sure they're all clean and give them like some pride and stuff. And he does an excellent job because he has ownership. So even though I'm part owner, he's part owner, he's like the one who runs it, so he needs help. Anyways, I got off track. So the dishes just weren't ready. And then they called for linens, like they wanted them in an hour. And I said, well, in the meeting I told you that we get our linens from another company that we use, so we need at least a week. And then they called short notice for white padded chairs, and it's like, you just don't have anyone at the warehouse to go there. So they called me 3 times after the meeting, and then I think they stopped because we're not good with the last minute notice thing. So I just decided, like, I don't want to do much there. Yeah, maybe it might be like another $15,000-$20,000, but this one guy at the meeting just rubbed me the wrong way, was trying to push me over, demanding things that I do not know if he was lying that the other rental companies do. I really don't think they send free labor, and I really don't think they're leaving trucks. I just think he was trying to get me to say yes because he thinks that I need the turning stone. But I don't really need the turning stone. I'm going to let them continue to use a rental company 2 hours away and pay the huge delivery fee. My delivery fee is only $30 there. The Taylor rental delivery fee is at least like $150, $300 if they're charging a delivery fee. Maybe they're so happy to be at the casino they don't charge a delivery fee. But I don't really think the casino does that much business in rentals. Occasionally they need Chevrolet chairs, occasionally they need pipe and drape, and occasionally they need white padded chairs. And if the parties go over 1,000 people, then they might need dishes. But why do I want to send my dishes there when they're just going to all get lost and no one's going to care? No one's going to take responsibility for them. No one signs the paper when you go to deliver things. They got so many employees that no one cares. So I just decided the turning stone is not my place to be. Anyways, I might be stupid, but thanks for watching.